Hello everyone, today is Tuesday, May 14th. It's 3:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can see my computer clock on my right, and on my left we can see the time and sales with the Emini S&P currently trading at 2848.50. Pretty good day for the auto trader today. I have another video update from my client that's trading the combine, so I want to bring that over. So yeah, let's talk about this. This client is qualifying for his second combine, and a combine is a funded trading account, and we've kind of been following this. I think the first time we showed this, it was on day 7 or 8, and this is a screenshot of his progress, and you can see there's been actually 10 trading days, or 2 weeks basically. There's 5 trading days in a week, so there's 10 days of live trading. This is actually trading with real money, real live money. He's using the auto trader, and notice the win rate here. So the client uses the auto trader in a very specific way. I guess I can touch on it here. Basically, he did some back testing and kind of took note of how many losers there are in a row, and then would run the auto trader in sim until it drew down close to the number of losers. And then statistically, if you do a back test, let's say you go back 6 months and you have your max losers in a row is 8 losers, and then you turn the auto trader on in sim and you notice that you have 5 or 6 losers, the probabilities that you're going to have a winning trade are in your favor statistically from the back test of the system. So this is something in back testing that I believe is completely valid, but apparently he's done this and it's working very well, and you can kind of see the result here. So even though there may be some drawdown on each day, it's very minimal, and he's has very modest goals, a couple $100 a day, or depending on where the runner goes. This day the P&L was 335, so you really can't complain about the win rate here. The average win rate up here in the upper right hand corner has been 84.5%. I mean, that's just phenomenal, and that looks like there's a total of 84 trades. So this is the screenshot, and then I have a video to show you.
Alright, I'm going to attempt and capture some live trades as the market opens. Now, I actually have a long bias, so I'm going to enable longs only. So let's see, just about to open. I also have to watch my other 2 accounts, so if nothing happens over the next few minutes, I'm just going to, I guess, pause the video and try it some other time. Let's see what happens. Okay, so the first trade was a loser, looks like down 60. There was a winner, up 30. This auto trader is so precise. It's just, no matter what the market conditions are, it operates exactly as it's supposed to, as I outlined in the parameters section. It avoids the shorts at this point because I disabled the shorts. It's going to go for longs only. There was another long trade. And there was another winner, up 120. I really have to get back to my other accounts though. So let's pause it here. So up 120. I might be done with the combine at this point. We'll see.
Well, there you have it for that video. It looks like he was done trading in a matter of minutes from the open. And basically, he's employing a scalp strategy, really only going for, it looks like 8 or 10 ticks at the most. So it's pretty interesting to me. Perhaps the money management could be improved on this. You know, some of those trades ran a little bit more than his fixed target, but you know, there's really no shame in that. If you notice, he had no slippage on the exits. The market just blew right through it, and the entries are actually a limit order at the close of the bar. That's what it looks like on this chart, and he's using the moving average filter and only trading in the long direction. So I would say, you know, I can't possibly figure out everything that the Autotrader can do, you know, what it works on, what it can trade on. People have often asked me about, can the Autotrader be used in a scalping situation? Well, here I think we just answered that question and just saw it in a video, that as long as you are interacting, you know, by setting, you know, long or short only, and setting really quick targets and a filter like this, and turning it on at some point, I believe you can scalp with the Autotrader, and I think that video shows us that it's quite possible. Okay, I forgot to mention this chart. The DAX on the Super Renko 14 tick hit its goal of 2,000, had a tick of slippage, and there was 2 back-to-back trades here, very nicely done, very clean, and no drawdown. Okay, next up is the NASDAQ on a 987 tick line break chart. Line break charts trade really good with the Autotrader, and they should not be overlooked. Line break charts eliminate a lot of noise, and typically on the line break chart, I am not using the open range filter on this one, but it can be very effective on a line break chart. This one has a goal of 1250 and did 1840, so it would probably had a burst of action here and had, you know, pretty substantial positive slippage. This did 1840 for the day, and you can see the 2 trades here, so very excellent performance. There was one loser here, and the drawdown was about 200 per contract, or $400. Okay, the DAX on a 150 Heikin Ashi chart. This is a really solid performing chart. There was no negative drawdown today. The first equity high was about 1,000, so if you had a goal of 1,000, you would have hit it in a single trade. And so we had a winner, and then there was a loser right here. We see that a little better, and then it came back with another winner, and that put us up to our goal. And our money management here, it's a limit order with an 8-tick pullback, and I'm using a percentage trailing stop, and by the time we get to 75 ticks, we're just trailing by 15% and then 10% at 90 ticks. So I think what happened here is we hit our goal. Okay, as I was saying about line break charts, the DAX on a 34-tick line break is a very small time frame. There's a lot of swings, as you can see here, but we're using our open range filter, and in this case we're only going long. We're not going with any short trades, and we did draw down here about $1,000 or 500 per contract. Amazingly, we recovered from that. Our first equity high was 1,000, but we went on to have some fantastic trades here, which actually brought us to our goal and probably beyond. Our goal being 2,500, we finished at 2637, so we had excellent positive slippage. So interesting here is that if you traded just the US session, you would have took off and hit your goal right away. So there is something to be said to trade the DAX starting at the US session. It's certainly doable, as the DAX really has 2 sessions to it. The European or London session starting at 3 a.m. Eastern, or the US session starting at 9:30. There's good volatility of the DAX even in the US session. Okay, next up is the Super Renko 4 tick with a 60-minute higher time frame, and this did 1,000 for the day. The goal on this is 1,000. So we had 1 tick of positive slippage, and you can kind of see the trades here. So as I stated yesterday, I had to rebuild my charts after a computer glitch, and sometimes when I do so, I don't match the templates exactly. So there may be some difference in the goals and the templates, but basically they're pretty much the same as what I've been showing. This is the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 6 tick with a higher time frame of 6 tick, 2 different sensitivities. The base time frame is 1, the higher time frame is 1.4, and the goal on this is 825. A limit order at the close of the bar minus 1 tick, and this hit its goal and had some positive slippage. Pretty nice trading here. This one of the contracts was a loser here, and so you see the little dip here, but all in all, really nice on this chart. Okay, the Super Renko on the 5 tick with a higher time frame filter has been a really solid performer, so I decided to try it just on a 6 tick, and that didn't disappoint today. There were 2 winning trades, no drawdown. Actually 3 trades. There was a small winner here, and the goal on this one I set at 8 1/4. It's a limit order with a 4 tick pullback, and this definitely hit its goal and had 1 tick of slippage. Okay, speaking of the Emini S&P and a 5 Renko, here it is. This has a higher time frame filter, Super Renko 6, and a limit order with a 4 tick pullback, and kind of a similar trade setup as the 6 tick chart, a goal of 800. So this hit its goal and had pretty good positive slippage. Okay, the crude oil on a 987 Heikin-Ashi tick chart has a goal of 1,000, so this definitely hit its goal and had 1 tick of slippage. You can see the trades here. There were 4 trades, 3 winners, actually 5 trades. There was a little trade right here. There was 5 trades, 4 winners and 1 loser. The 987 Heikin-Ashi on the crude has been pretty good. Okay, we have an open position on the Emini S&P 1597 Heikin-Ashi chart. We're currently short 2 contracts. We have an open P&L of 800 and a closed P&L of 150. And this just began to accelerate to the downside. You can see our first profit target here just got hit just as I was speaking. Actually, both positions were closed for a closed P&L of 925. And there's about 30 minutes left in trading. So on the Autotrader, you set the times that the Autotrader is allowed to trade. So here, it cannot take a trade after 3:20 Eastern Time, or 20 minutes after 3. And so it's now 3:35. It won't trade again today. The goal on this was $1,000, so it obviously touched its goal and executed a market order when it hit its goal, and we ended up with a couple ticks slippage. Okay, the crude oil on the Super Renko 8 tick with the line break filter or logic has been a really good chart for us. Did 500 today, drew down about 500, probably 250 per contract. Looks like there was about 5 trades, 2 losers and 3 winners, and finished out at 500 for the day. Okay, next is the Emini S&P with a Super Renko 8 tick as the higher time frame filter, and this looks like it had a single trade here. Our goal on this one is 750, and it hit its goal in a single trade and had a couple of ticks of slippage. Remember, market order at the end here. So really great trading here. Finished trading, started at a few minutes after 10 and was finished by 10:30. Okay, the ES on another Super Renko 6 tick chart. This one not using higher time frame filter, goal is 750, and a limit order with a 2 tick pullback. Pretty basic setup here First target is 20 ticks, and so this probably hit its goal and had some slippage. There was just 2 trades back to back here at around the 2 o'clock hour. The start time for trading on this is 12:30. So this is a chart that's been long running, the one that starts trading at 12:30, and it's been very reliable. Okay, the Nasdaq on a 987 Heikin-Ashi chart first made an equity high of near $500 and then drew down about 800 or 400 per contract. So it kind of struggled here most of the morning into the noon hour, and then recovered in the afternoon and finished the day at plus 465. Okay, the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick with a higher time frame filter of Super Renko 4, different sensitivity. This has a goal of 750 and finished at 287.50 for the day on a single trade. Okay, our Super Renko 4 tick with a Super Renko 6 higher time frame has a goal of 725, and this has a closed P&L of 300, and it's currently short 2 and minus 200. So this has struggled most of the day today. The first equity high here was about $600, so it came within $100 of its goal, unfortunately. It looks like it did that several times. You can see the equity curve here. Came to, you know, $400 or $500 several times, and then ended up going the wrong way on this last trade, kind of late in the day. This kind of begs a look at start times on this chart. I have it allowed to trade all the way to 15:45. That's pretty late in the day. In any case, this will probably just break even for today. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.